another Christmas has come and gone, which means it's time for me to do one of my favorite videos to make every year. Hello everybody, and welcome back to yet another video and to the 2021 Christmas haul. I love doing these videos every year, just going through the items that I got for Christmas of that year. And this year, I really like the variety of items. We have a good mix of new and old, a good mix of things from each of the movies, and a good mix of non-155 scale items. We've got a mini racer item, we've got a Disney Store item, and one that's completely unique from all of that. So without further ado, as per usual, I'm going to go in order of the movies, and by extension, beyond that, also in order of release date to show off the items. We get really specific here with the hauls. Our first item here is from the first Cars movie, and was released in 2010 in the Final Lap collection, Valerie V8. A really nice background character here. If you know me, you know I'm always looking for more background characters. They're super useful for my Cars Adventure series. But Valerie here is an item that I'm gonna probably have be more than just a background character. Meet the Cars says that Valerie V8 is actually on the city council of like the area where Radiator Springs is. And I think that could be a really interesting character to use for Cars Adventures. I want to introduce her maybe as sort of like a rival to Sally, who has a different vision of what she wants Radiator Springs to be like. So I think Valerie could be a really interesting character in my series, and beyond that, she's just a really nice background character to use for other things. She's one of those unique cases of a car who was only ever released in the Final Lap collection and was never re-released. Who knows, maybe she'll get a re-release in 2022, but for now, this is all we've got of her. Yeah, I got my first car on the Final Lap card ever with Milo, who I got for my birthday, and Valerie is a nice addition. Moving on, our next item from the first movie, let's see here. The rest are actually all from 2021. So the first one I'm going to show is kind of, sort of, from the first movie, but also kind of not. It's confusing, okay, but I'm just going to show it now. The one and only Racing Red Lightning McQueen, a very interesting release. Now this McQueen is a really good looking one, and also a very interesting one. This was a new release. My parents said they actually found this one in a store, which is nice. It's been showing up in stores as of late. Now this McQueen, I don't know whether to classify it as a Cars 1 McQueen or a Cars 3 McQueen. I've been displaying my Racing Red variants right next to their normal versions. And I don't know if I should put this with my Cars 1 McQueens or Cars 3 McQueens. As you can see, he's using the Cars 3 mold, but with the Cars 1 design, which I'd call out as an error if his artwork weren't the Cars 3 McQueen artwork with the Cars 1 design. So I'm pretty sure this was deliberate. They went out of their way to make this guy the Cars 1 design on the Cars 3 mold. That was not an error. So I don't know. Should I put him with my Cars 3 McQueen? Should I put him with my Cars 1 McQueens? I think I'm going to put him with my Cars 1 McQueens because I think the design being from Cars 1 overrules the fact that the artwork is based off of his Cars 3 artwork. And I don't know, okay? It's confusing. I'll probably be saying this all over again when I do my review on him. But yeah, I don't really know if I consider him a Cars 1 or Cars 3 release, but here he is. Still missing Racing Red Cruz and Racing Red Mater, who I'll probably never see in my life, considering the fact that he's like $80 online now. Then we move from that to our one Disney Store item, this 2-pack right here, of Cars 1 McQueen and Ralph Carlo. I really haven't gotten that many Disney Store cars recently, and honestly I've been pretty disappointed by them as of late. Most of the ones they've been doing have just been XRS variants, and I really haven't cared much for them. Unfortunately, the Disney Store in my area recently closed down, so I can only buy them online, and their online stock is always fluctuating, and I doubt it really ever shows you the full assortment of who's out. But this was an item they had that I really liked just because of this McQueen. This Disney Store McQueen, has been on my radar for the longest time because I absolutely love that expression. He's looking up into the side, which is completely different than any of the 155 scale McQueens and any of the other Disney Store McQueens I have. I just really like his alternate expression there. He's been showing up in a bunch of different places over the past few years, and I'm glad I finally got him. We also have Ralph Carlo here. Now, this McQueen has never been out as a single, so, I had to get him with Ralph. Nothing against Ralph Carlo, but he's definitely not one of my favorite Piston Cup Racer designs. But he is one that I don't have the normal 155 scale variant of yet, so, that kind of made me want to get this 2-pack more. I usually try to get Disney Store variants of characters that Mattel didn't make, or that I don't have their normal version of. I will hopefully be getting the normal 155 scale Ralph soon, though, as right after I put this guy on my list, it was revealed that the Cars 1 Ralph is actually in the first wave of 2022. Moving on from those, we have our most unique item here. This is completely different from anything else I've shown here today. This is the Cars Legacy Sketchbook ornament. This ornament was released by the Disney Store to commemorate the anniversary of the first Cars movie. I was really disappointed with Mattel's lackluster showing for the 15th anniversary of Cars. Yeah, they did the Racing Reds and the Gold McQueen, but nothing on those signified this is a special thing for the anniversary, Disney Store, on the other hand, did a few nice products. Unfortunately, none of them were die casts like they did for the 10th anniversary, but this was one of the things they did. A very nice Christmas ornament for the anniversary of the first movie. I'm actually going to be reviewing this. This is going to be my next review. I just thought it would be a nice, unique review to do. Unfortunately, Doc's eye is, he's seen better days. Yeah, Doc's eyes are a bit messed up, but it's the Disney Store, and they're not really all that good quality-wise sometimes. But I'm very excited to be reviewing this, and I'm very excited to have it. I really wanted some form of Cars anniversary merchandise, so I'm glad I got that. And that's another Cars ornament for my tree, which I actually don't really have all that many of. But yeah, I just have the ones I show in my intro. I should definitely get some more Cars ornaments. But yeah, really like that one. By the way, guys, regarding my reviews, I'll be putting up a poll in my community tab, like I do every year, asking you guys to vote for who you want me to review first. It's confusing. It's not, I wouldn't say it's confusing, but for this year, it's hard for me to decide. I have no clue what you guys are going to say, because I have a lot of different, new items, and they're all different types of items. Case in point, the next new item here is the Snot Rod Color Changer. A major improvement over the last Snot Rod Color Changer, who went from a lighter orange to a darker orange. This goes from orange to white, and I really want to see what it looks like. I'm, really interested in seeing what a Snot Rod turning to white is. I'm not a fan of how many Snot Rods have been coming out lately. Why'd you do a Color Changer Snot Rod and not any of the other tuners? You just did Metallic Snot Rod last year. It would have been nice to get any of the other tuners, but I'm really interested in seeing what this Color Changer looks like when his color is changed. So yeah, like I was saying, I don't know what you guys are going to vote for on the poll. Racing Red McQueen, this Snot Rod, I don't know who's going to win because they're both new. And you know what else is new? Our next item, one of the 2022 Mini Racer 2-packs, which is also the only Cars Toon item here. It is the Unidentified Flying Mater 3-pack. The fact that there's a Mini Racers Mater is just so cool. And not only is there a Mini Racers Mater, he's also pretty much in scale with the normal diecasts. He's a very big Mini Racer, and he's actually, in scale with the normal cars. Unfortunately, he was given wheels for some strange reason. Then again, they are Mini Racers, aren't they? I'm so glad, though, that he's in a 3-pack already, alongside the exclusive UFM Mater, who I totally called would be made in a 3-pack. As soon as I saw that there was a rumor for a UFM 3-pack, I was like, obviously the exclusive one's going to be a Mater, and I was right. We're back to doing glow-in-the-dark minis again, which is interesting. The unfortunate thing is that UFM Mater won't glow blue. Since he's glow-in-the-dark, he's got to be that sort of whitish-green color. But as you can see, we have the other new mini packs that are out, which hopefully I get soon, with finally a non-Muddy Miss Fritter, Damage the King, a Dirt Track Radiator Springs McQueen, and the Clutch Aid Tractor, who's definitely the least interesting in my opinion. This pack I really like, not just for the Dirt Track McQueen, but also for the Dinoco Helicopter. Now, unfortunately, this pack does not include the right McQueen. It's the Cars 3 McQueen instead of Radiator Springs McQueen, but Mater being in this, and UFM Mater, who doesn't even have a normal 155 scale diecast, aside from a plastic playset Mater who just has a blue base. This is a killer 3-pack. This is awesome. Easily my favorite of these new 3-packs. By the way, I was working, and I'll go more in detail on this. I was working on a Damage the King Mini Racer Custom, and now there's a real one, so I guess I'm not doing that anymore. My other favorite mini pack of the new ones is the one with the Soapy Mater and the Union Jack Ramon, though. That one is really great, too. The fact that there's a mini of Soapy Mater is making me a bit concerned that they're running out of ideas, but hey, it's okay. It's all good. Moving on from that, we move on to some Cars 2 items. Starting off with one of those cars that I always question, why didn't I already have this guy? This is Carlo Maserati, a car that I'm sure many of you own. He's one of those super common ones for some reason. He was released weirdly early in the Cars 2 diecast line, and he's just another nice background character. He's the type of car I could use for basically anything. I don't know where he'll go in my collection. He appears at the Tokyo Party in Cars 2, but he's in the Italy section of the Meet the Cars book, so I have no clue. But this is yet another car from the original Cars 2 line to check off of my list. Out of the cars using his mold, I definitely prefer Bindo, who's also pretty cheap, and I'll probably get him someday soon, hopefully. But Carlo's just a really nice background character. Another one that I could definitely do something with in Cars Adventures. Moving on to probably my favorite of the older items that I got. This is a pretty complicated 2-pack featuring Race Team Fillmore and McQueen with travel wheels. Now, I don't have a Race Team Fillmore. I, for whatever reason, never got a normal Race Team Fillmore. But the interesting thing here is, this guy isn't a regular Race Team Fillmore. This Fillmore is exclusive to this 2-pack. For some weird reason, they decided to make a new Fillmore for this 2-pack where he's looking off to the side, compared to the normal Race Team Fillmore who's looking straight on. And I just thought that was so interesting. But to make it even more interesting, this pack includes McQueen with travel wheels. Now, the original Cars 2 McQueen is called McQueen with racing wheels, later changed to World Grand Prix McQueen, then they changed his name back to McQueen with racing wheels again a few years back. And it's very hard to see, but in Cars 2, McQueen does change his wheels a few times early on in the movie. He has travel wheels, party wheels, and racing wheels, which is basically just for them to crank out a bunch of different diecast variants of him, which ironically have all not been re-released since, but I've wanted one of these alternate wheel versions of Cars 2 McQueen for a very long time, and I'm so glad to finally have one. They have different wheels and different facial expressions. I'm really excited to open this guy up. Interestingly, McQueen's labeled as an exclusive vehicle, but Fillmore is as well. This is just one of those really solid 2-packs, in my opinion, that are definitely a pretty interesting release. Really excited for that one. Also, by the way, there is a 2-pack, similar 2-pack. When I put this on my Christmas list, I literally included a picture, because there's also a 2-pack with Race Team Fillmore with headset and McQueen with racing wheels. So I had to be like, don't get the Fillmore with headset one. I have both of those cars in that 2-pack. Here's the right one to get, and I'm very glad I got it. Another item that I always put on my Christmas list every year, and I've been doing more frequently, are just TROC racers. The TROC cars, Neon Racers, Ice Racers, Carnival Racers, Carbon Racers, and the like, have all skyrocketed in price as of late. And this year, I have so few. The only ones I have are Carbon Nigel and Neon, Carbon Nigel and Neon Raoul. I have some of the silver ones. Actually, no, I think I just have Silver Nigel. And then the Ice Racer Vitaly Petrov. Literally this year I just wrote down, any of the Neon Racers, any of the Ice Racers, etc. Because which one I get, I really have no preference. I just want more of the TROC cars. And I got 2! Up first, Neon Nigel Gearsley. If you guys know me, you know I've been trying to get every version of Nigel for quite a while. I haven't really been focusing on it all that much, but I'm so glad to add another one to my collection. The Neon Racers just look so cool. Nigel here is so subtly different from his normal variant, but I think he just looks so cool. Really excited to be taking a look at this guy. Neon Racers are an awesome line, and one that I definitely have to buy some more of. The Neon Max Schnell has been on my radar for quite a while. I really need to buy him, because he's another one of the cheaper ones. Then we move from the Neon Racers to one of the Ice Racers. These guys have especially gotten expensive lately. And the one I got is Raul, who, ironically, is the other World Grand Prix car that I have the most variants of. I believe now I have 6 Nigels and 6 Rauls. Raul used to be my favorite World Grand Prix racer, though, when I was younger, so it's always nice to get another variant of him. I really like the Russian writing on his side. I really like all the little changes they did for him. And while my favorite of the ice racers is definitely Jeff Gorvet, that guy has gotten super, super expensive in the last few years, so Raul is just a really nice one to get. It's just good to get any of the ice racers, or honestly, any of the TROC cars. One day I hope to have a pretty sizable collection of them, because I missed out on these guys when they first came out. So, any new ones are always nice to get. Love getting some World Grand Prix racer variants. And finally, our only item from Cars 3 is probably the least interesting item here. It's Chris Rostopski with the yellow flag. Woo! Yay! Look, okay, I'm sorry, but, like, Chris Rostopski is, I don't know. I asked for this one since it's a release that was currently out, and like I said, my parents found this one in a store. I don't think I said that. I said that about Racing Red McQueen, but they found Chris too. Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting a little sick of the Chris Rostopski variants. They're nice, but, like, they didn't even change the face on this one, and there's not even one of her in the corrected mold with a checkered flag, so that's just kind of annoying to me. But it's another Chris Rostopski. It's basically an annual tradition at this point. Make a new Chris Rostopski, change the flag color, which is nice. You know, especially if you do, like, stop motions. I'm sure you have a field day with these Chris Rostopski variants, because they're all the same mold, and they all have pretty much the same faces. But, you know, it's a nice addition to my collection, but I think it's the least interesting item here. But there you have it, guys. That wraps up the Christmas haul. So many great new releases. I will be putting up a poll on my community tab so you guys can vote for who you want to see reviewed first out of the 5 options I'll provide. So excited to finally be having some new cars to review. Some older ones, some newer ones. I'm just really thankful for this haul. I just really like the variety. A lot of different types of cars, a lot of different items from different eras of the diecast line. I don't have enough space to fit everything, so you guys will just have to enjoy this view currently. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching this video. And make sure to go to my community tab and vote in the poll for who you want me to review first. Bye now.